In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 ways to decorate a Christmas tree like a designer. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in this video we're starting our Christmas season 2023. Yes, I can believe that time of the year is finally here and I get to share with you all of the things that I've been working on for the longest time this year, and I'm super excited for you to be inspired to create something beautiful in your home this holiday season. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 ways to decorate a Christmas tree like a designer, and this is just to kick off our Christmas decorating season 2023. So this is going to be a compilation of some of the best Christmas trees that I decorated in this YouTube channel. There's going to also be a list down below where you can find the whole playlist of all the Christmas trees that you will be seeing on this video in their entirety. So if you are interested in how to decorate a Christmas tree like a designer, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends on Instagram, on Facebook, and on WhatsApp because it is free and it really helps this channel. And if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. And while you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because you will not want to miss what's coming down the pipeline for Christmas 2023. There's also going to be a 10 gift card giveaways to David Christopher's for the amount of $50 each, and more on those details later, so stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, well, let's get started with one of my favorite Christmas trees that I've ever decorated here on my YouTube channel, a very gold and glam Christmas that I think you're going to enjoy. Let's take a look. All right, so the tree comes in different parts. Number one is going to be the top. So I'm gonna put this box down so I can show you real quick. So it comes with this pole right here, and this pole usually sits in another form and then it has legs. Well, like I showed you before, I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here in the foam, and you can just hear it go all the way down. I have my cord, I'm gonna put it to the back. Make sure that it is on the back. And sorry if I disappear, but I have my extension cord right here to make sure that all of our lights work. So this is step number one. Now I do like to fluff my tree as I go, and so I'm gonna go ahead and fluff this guy first. That way I make sure that it's all fluffed out, and the way I do that is I like to touch every single branch and poking up the ones that have the lights. You want those lights to show. In decorating this gorgeous Christmas tree in a gold theme is going to be to add our ribbons. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab the shear first, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little dovetail like this. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna do a 2-loop bow, and remember that you always have to flip your ribbon to where your glitter is. So this is obviously my glitter side. I was doing it backwards. We're gonna do a loop like this. Then we're gonna do, actually, because this is gonna be on the very top, I'm going to do a 3-loop right here. And then we're going to grab one of our wires. And this is the easiest technique I can tell you guys on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree. So I'm gonna grab one of these wires and I'm gonna go ahead and wire this together like this. I'm gonna give it a little spin like this, and then I'm going to attach this to the very top just by swirling that wire around into the top of the tree. Then you want to go ahead and just fluff those loops. So I'm going to go ahead and just do one right here. Then I'm going to grab one of my wires and I'm going to wire this together like this. It's just a single loop, twist it around, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab right here and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it goes all the way down, so it looks like you kind of have a funky bow, but it's actually 3 types of ribbons. Look at that. How perfect is that? Then of course we'll fluff at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going down by making loops. So I'm going to go ahead and do one loop right here. Make sure that you give it a lot of give, because once we start putting ornaments and other items, you kind of lose the ribbon, and then you grab one of those bristles and just twist it around, and it creates this loop right here. Then I'm gonna do the same with this gold ribbon right here. Just give it a lot of give, twist some of your branches to it. I'm gonna go to this side, sorry if I cross you on this side. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing with this one. I'm gonna give it a lot of give, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it right next to it. Just grabbing these bristles, we're going to go ahead and twist. Then I'm gonna do a 2 loop. We want it to be a showier part of it. Grab your wire, just twist it around real quick, tie it, and then go all the way in where this ribbon ended. We're gonna go all the way in. We're gonna grab one of the bristles and we're just gonna attach that wire to it. And that way, look, it gives you a bow right here. Okay, step number 3 is going to be to add some of these larger ornaments. And I have a selection of gold and some ones with a pattern and just some shiny and matte ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna drive a wire through it. This is about a 6-inch wire. Then you kind of bend it in half and give it a little twist. And it gives you these 2 tails with a hanging ornament. And the reason I like to do this is because I like to just go ahead and place this ornament right here. And look, it'll just stay where it is. Now these ones are pre-wired from last year that I show you how to decorate the Balsam Hill Christmas tree. Do you guys remember the Balsam Hill Christmas tree? If you haven't seen that, I'm gonna link it up on the iCard right now and also on the description box so you can check it out. It was probably my favorite Christmas tree that I've ever decorated because the ornaments were just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna flip to this side. Remember, you have to work on this kind of ladder motion. And I want some of these bigger ornaments here to show. So basically you just wire that into the tree and then you hide the stem. And these bigger ornaments are actually perfect for larger holes in your tree like this. Look at that, it just fills in beautifully. I'm gonna grab one more one and I'm gonna add another one right here on the top now. Okay, who remembers the cluster ornaments? I have a whole video talking about the cluster ornaments and how to make them. If you have not seen that video, I'm gonna link it down in the description box below. I really do think that is so worth watching. You look for a spot like right here where there's a hole. You just go ahead and add this cluster and it automatically just adds all of these ornaments at once. When you have little clusters like this, I like to add them to the bottom and let them kind of hang down. And if you have way too much wire, I really recommend to just go ahead and clip it off and save it. You might need it for another cluster. So I'm gonna continue to add clusters to my tree, like right here. And you want them to be in prominent spots, especially these smaller ones so they really show. If you have a larger cluster like this one right here, I am obsessed over this cluster. Are you guys ready for step number 4? That's going to be adding florals. And I bought these beautiful golden white poinsettias at Hobby Lobby and I absolutely love the way they look. They're super glam. And what you need to do with these poinsettias is really touch every single wire there is. There's wire on the berries, wire on the cluster, wire right here, even wires right here on the little berries in the bottom of the flower. So make sure that you spike them all out to give them as much life. Then what I want you to do is give your flower a little bit of a curvature, find a beautiful spot for it and just go ahead and place it in. And look at that. Now when you place it in, don't place all of your flowers facing towards the front. Make sure that you give them a little character. I'll show you what I mean. Once again, just go ahead and touch every single wire right here. Make sure that you fluff every foliage, every berry, even the ones right here on the bottom of the flower, what you would consider the pollen. Make sure that you grab every single wire to give a lot of character. And you give it a little bit of a curvature, and then you grab your flower and then you add it sideways. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure to add that right there. Look how beautiful that looks. All right, I'm gonna swap sides. I have about 12 of these, so keep watching. All right, everyone, so our 5th and final step is going to be to add some stems and picks, anything that really comes out of the tree, and it's what really sets it apart and it brings it alive. So I have these really beautiful boxwood that is glittering gold, and I have cut it into pieces. This is something that I already had for many years. I think this came from Michael's a long time ago. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put that like that and let it just come out of the tree. It is super easy. You might want to start actually from the top to make sure that you have some up here coming up. Make sure you put some on the top right here. And look how beautiful that is. That just really gives it so much character. Be sure to you bend it and give it character. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this right here. You could hang ornaments from them. At this point, it has so much gold that I think we're gonna stop while we're ahead, as my ex-boss used to say. But look at that, just adding that little bit of extra dimension to your tree. I am so in love with this. It's gonna be so painful to take it apart. I don't really want to, but as you guys can see, there is no rhyme or reason. You have some other picks that are like more girthy. Just go ahead and tuck them in places where you feel like there is a hole or a void. And this one that really comes out, really let it stick out. And I really recommend to go to the bottom branches and go ahead and add some to your bottom branches like this. So it really extends the form of your tree, like this one right here. Just go ahead and position one like that. Look how pretty that is. Just extends the form of your tree. I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here. I'm gonna add a few more over on this side. Maybe one right here by this poinsettia. And I love the combination of this gold and of white and this champagne color, because it really makes it look very glam and very, very elegant. I did a Christmas tree like this a few years ago and it just went crazy on Pinterest. I'm gonna put a picture right now, right here, so you guys can see it. It was actually my first Christmas tree I've ever decorated, and it was done with all borrowed things that a friend of mine let me borrow. So I went crazy. She had so many Christmas ornaments and decorations that she's like, hey, you wanna borrow some of this Christmas decor? I was like, yeah. So I remember I put that Christmas tree together and it was just so much fun. All right, let's see, next one right here. And then to finish it all off, I have one left of these pretty ones. I'm gonna add this right here. To finish it off, I'm just gonna use some of these larger stems, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a bend. I'm gonna start right here on the top and just let it go down like this. Look how beautiful that looks. That's what really sets your Christmas tree apart, you guys. These longer stems. I always tell people that I recommend to save money all throughout the year, so that when Christmas comes, we can really load our Christmas trees with beautiful, good quality product. Wasn't that Christmas tree absolutely gorgeous, you guys? Cream and gold is one of my favorite combinations for the holiday season. So now I'm going to share with you a compilation of some of the best Christmas decorating videos that I've done here on the YouTube channel. And remember, you can find all of them just the way they're appearing listed down below. In case that you like one, then you can go ahead and click on that and watch the entire video. But now let's take a look at some of my favorite Christmas trees for 2023. You know what? One of my favorite Christmas trees that I've ever decorated here on my YouTube channel was the most natural Christmas tree ever. And for 2023, we're gonna be doing some natural and some traditional Christmas trees. But this particular Christmas tree, it is so gorgeous because of the pine garland. Let me shut up and let me share with you this gorgeous Christmas tree for 2023. Do you guys remember that in our last Christmas tree video, I told you that this particular kind of tree that is like really fluffy and there's no armature in the branches is more for designing. Think of when you're making a wreath or a swag or a garland. This is basically the same thing. This is not to hang ornaments on it because there's nowhere to hang ornaments. It's just to design. So today's design is going to be very traditional, woodsy, foresty. And to change the look of this particular Christmas tree, I'm gonna use a few of these beautiful long needle pine garlands. And I bought this at a little store in Kansas. And this, I would not design something woodsy and foresty without any of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here on the top, and I'm going to attach this by adding a few of these bristles and just twisting them. And you guys will see how this will change the look of this tree so much. So basically what I need to do is I need to go ahead and swag it like this, and then I'm going to come down. But I want to make sure that I attach it to the tree really well because I really wanted to come down like this. And I'm gonna go here. I used this also on my, I think I used it on my mom's stairs 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 2 years since I decorated my mom's house for Christmas. If you guys have not seen my mom's home tour decorated for Christmas, I'm gonna link it on the icon right here so you can check it out also in the description box below. That was perhaps one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, decorating my mom's house for Christmas. It was so much fun and so meaningful. All right, so once you have it like that, I have another piece right here. And for this one, I'm gonna go over here on the bottom. And I'm just gonna, actually, I'm gonna continue right here. And just make sure, like I said, grab a few bristles. Sorry if I'm giving you my back a lot, but sometimes you just have to do it. Like this. And then over here in the back. Once you attach your long needle pine garland, what you need to do is you need to go in there and fluff every single branch like this. Make sure that you give them some life, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach right here. And I want this to go up all the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attach right here. How pretty is this, you guys? And I'm going to attach like this. So that gives us a different feel, but this guy does not want to stay. You know what, I'm gonna change it, because I don't think it's gonna stay. So basically I'm just gonna go up one and then down. Now we're talking. All right, so I'm gonna take a second to fluff all of this and I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back. So what I need to do is dovetail. You know, we always start our ribbons by dovetailing them so they're finished. So what I'm going to do, this is gonna be something different. We've done loops going like this. Well, we're going to do something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do maybe a single loop. I'm gonna do a single loop because I don't want this ribbon to be so overpowering on the tree. I want it to be simple because it's more of a woodsy theme, so I don't want it to be too glammy. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start up here and I'm gonna add this, but not on the very top. I'm gonna grab a branch. I'm just gonna push all the way in and I'm gonna attach right there. So basically just one loop. All right, everyone, so the next thing I'm gonna add, after I added the ribbon, the magnolia, and the long needle pine, I wanna add some of these really ginormous pine cones that I found at Hobby Lobby. And I want them to really come out like this on the tree, so they really show. So what I'm going to do is I have a pipe cleaner on them because they're long. And so I'm going to go in here and I just wanna let them rest on my tree, but I wanna make sure that I attach it to a bristle right here on the back. So I want them to really show because they're very natural. Let's see, where else do I need one? I need one right about here. Maybe right about here. Just stick your hand in there and grab a bristle and attach it so it doesn't come crashing down on you in the middle of your Christmas celebration. We don't want that. That's a no-no. It's happened to me before, like that. And then I'm going to add yet another one up here on the top. Probably right here. I'm gonna remove this magnolia and I'll put it back in just so it covers some of the mechanics, but I want it right here. So what I need to do is move and finesse all of this. And remember, we always go back and fluff at the end. We will not leave this house without fluffing all of our ornaments. Now I'm gonna add this magnolia back in here, like that. And as you can see, it just covers some of that mechanic. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some of these really natural ornaments that look almost like pine cones, but they're not. And I'm just gonna add those all throughout the Christmas tree so they look very natural. I'm gonna go over to this side. And so you just wanna find the bristle like here and then attach it. And here's a secret. If you want it to look like it's just growing from the branch, just swirl it around and let it rest like that. I also wanna add some towards the bottom so I keep elongating the shape of my tree. So I'm gonna add one right here. And I'm going to add another one over here, like that. And I'm going to add, let's see, where do I need another one? I feel like we need another one right over here. Just let your eye dictate where is it that the ornament wants to live, like that. All right, so now I'm gonna bring in some ornaments and I'll be right back. Stay tuned, I think you're gonna like it. Okay, what's gonna give this tree a bit of a glam look is going to be a few of these gold ornaments. So you guys know that I like to wire them together, and I'm gonna start on this side over here and I'm gonna add one. I just wanna make sure that I push it in so it's not sticking out from the tree and it's not taken away from the shape. I feel like I need another one probably right here. And what I like about these ornaments is that they are larger than normal. This is your large, medium, and small. Anything smaller than this, I would not put on a tree like this because you would lose the impact of it. So I'm gonna add one right here. And look how I'm pushing all the way in. So they basically just peekabooing into my tree. I'm gonna add another one. Let's see, and I have to kind of get away from it to see where is it that I need the ornament to live. So I'm gonna add one right here. And I just stick my hand in there and look for a bristle and then just attach it once or twice and let it hang out like this. All right, so now I'm gonna add a few red ones, and I'm just gonna add two because we have a lot of red with the ribbon. So I'm going to add, remember when you're adding ornaments, you wanna cluster them together so they are living together like this. And they look, well, they show better than if you were to just polka dot ornaments all throughout the tree. So I'm gonna add one right here. And now I'm gonna move on to just a few green ones. I wanna add about 5 of the green ones to kinda represent the green on the ribbon and to also give us that traditional look that we're going for. So I'm gonna attach one right here. Okay, if you've been following Ramon at home for any amount of time, and if you've seen any of my decorating Christmas trees, you know that I do not do a Christmas tree without flyaways. And for this particular tree, I found some of these beautiful flyaways at our local store. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start adding those, and I'm gonna start right here on the top. Remember to give them a little bit of a curvature like this. I'm gonna do it this way so you guys can see the glitter. So basically I'm gonna start up here on the top. And what this is going to do is gonna give it that three-dimensional feel to your tree. And I'm gonna add one right here. And it's gonna start to create that beautiful designer look on your Christmas tree that you are looking for. Look at that. It's just gonna add that sparkle, that touch that it needs. And you just let your eye dictate where is it that you want your flyaways to live. So basically you have garland, ornament, ribbon, flyaway. If you can get a hold of all those 4 items, you're always gonna have a gorgeous design Christmas tree. And I am loving the way this looks. I'm gonna add one right here. And don't be afraid to like lift some of the things that you have in it. Go ahead and fluff it and insert the things that you need to insert, because that's what's gonna give your tree life. And I cannot wait. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because I wanna see your pictures. I wanna see your Christmas tree. Send me a DM, send them to me on Facebook. I really wanna see what you've done this holiday season. Look at this, you guys. It's all about the flyaways. I have a few more that I'm going to add. I'm gonna add one right here. Remember to fluff like this. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Right, I'm gonna add one right here on the back. I have a few more I'm gonna add. I'm gonna give it a fluff and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, so I want to show you a close-up of what the tree looks like, all decorated in a traditional woodsy theme. I love the way this turned out with the big pine cones and the glitter on the stems, the ribbon, and all of the ornaments. It just turned out so beautiful. The magnolia just gives it that very natural feel. And the ribbons are very traditional to Christmas, which makes me want to go somewhere and have a coffee and sit outside on a woodsy park. I hope you guys like it. I cannot wait to read your comments. In my very own humble opinion, nothing really beats a beautifully decorated traditional Christmas tree. And this one was not the exception. All right, you guys, well, I wanted to let you know that in the upcoming video starting this Sunday, pay attention, turn the notification bell on because I will be giving away 10 $50 gift cards to David Christopher's online so that you can get your Christmas decorating started. Remember, that's gonna start this Sunday on our next video, on our very first Christmas DIY for the season. So I really hope that you'll tune in and that you will participate to get a $50 gift card for your Christmas decorations 2023. All right, so now I'm gonna share with you the rest of the compilation and I really hope you are inspired. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And then also be sure to leave me a comment down below and comment which of these 10 Christmas decorating DIYs and Christmas tree themes was your favorite for 2023.